Yo, what up, Madden World? It's your boy Hot Grits 813, and I'm coming to you with another Madden 25 tip. This time it's going to be on the defensive side of the ball, and this is part one of part two series. This particular part one is going to be the coverage scheme on how to stop those annoying corner routes and out routes and slip screens, which are a headache to stop. I already know, but I got you guys, man. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys this defensive set, which I think is the best defensive set in Madden 25 on your PS4 and your Xbox One consoles. All right, this particular defense is symmetrical, meaning it's even on both sides. You never know what your opponent is doing when they're on defense. All right, you can blitz from both sides, A gap, B gap, pressure, that I'll get more into in the second series, part two, and also the run defense out of this set as well. All right, but like I said, I want to stop these out routes and these corner routes and these nagging slip screens. I got you, fellas. What we're gonna do, we're gonna come out in 3-4 normal or 3-4 odd, depending on what playbook that you're in. I personally like San Francisco's playbook because I think it has the best 3-4 odd coverage, bar none, out of all the playbooks in the game. I don't use customs because I'm playing tournaments and I'm not used to picking playbooks, and I think it's kind of cheesy in just my own opinion to have a custom defense or offensive playbook. All right, but just my opinion. But hey, enough of that. Let's dive right into it. Cover 3 sync. And what we're going to do on offense, we're going to come out into play where we could throw corner route and an out route. All right. Right now we're on the short side of the field. All right. All we're going to do in every defense that we set up from now on, it's going to be the same thing. All right. We're just going to spread our D line. We do that by pressing left on the D-pad and up on the D-pad. Next thing we want to do, we want to spread our linebackers. We do that by pressing right on the D-pad, up on the D-pad. All right, the last adjustment that we want to make to this defense is we want to press Y to disguise cushion. All right, we can bump these guys out a little bit, you know, since that is the wide side of the field. And now all I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put Finley in the flat, and I'm going to put Nelson in the smart routed out route to the short side of the field, ladies and gentlemen. And all we're going to do, we're just going to wait on our opponent to hike the ball. And when they hike the ball, it's automatically going to be covered. Right then, for some reason, my guy made a play on the ball but just didn't pick it. So let's go ahead and spread our D-line, spread our linebackers, Y. Just bump our guys out, a little. Disguise cushion. We're going to throw this out route again to the short side of the field, and you're going to see this guy is going to jump up and snag it, but he dropped it that time. But as you can see, to the short side of the field, he is playing that out route to perfection. All right, you're not going to find this anywhere else in Madden. This defense is crucial. All right, we're going to do it again. This time we're going to put the running back in the flat and Finley in the flat to try to draw that zone down. All right, and we're just going to hike the ball, and as you can see, it's going to get snagged again on the sideline. All right, so now let's go ahead and look at this corner route over here to the wide side of the field. All right, we're going to spread our linebackers, spread our D-line, Y. All right, we're just going to bring him out. He's going to bump him out a little, and Y. The next thing we're going to do is just sit back and wait for the opponent to throw that nagging corner route and watch it get yanked. So let's go ahead and try that corner route also to the short side of the field. Let's see how this defense reacts to it on the short side of the field. All right. So now that we're on the short side of the field, let's go ahead and try to throw this corner route over here to the short side, and let's throw this out route while we have this opportunity right now. Go ahead and throw this out route. Just spread your guys out just like normal. Y. It's optional for you to base a line of press. You don't have to. And let's do this out route here to the wide side of the field. I'm gonna wait for our opponent to hike the ball, and as you can see, yicking it. He's already waiting on it. no out routes on backed off coverage. You're not going to get that anywhere in Madden 25. All right, same thing. We're going to spread our line, D-line, spread our linebackers, and we're going to press Y, Y. All right, and we're going to bump him out a little, and we're just going to bump him out a little. All right. The next thing we're going to do, just going to wait on the opponent to hike the ball. As you can see, he's not going to be able to throw that corner out even to the short side of the field. Alright, so now what we're going to wait on now is these nagging slip screens. Okay, we'll come out in the same defense, cover 3 sync, and we're going to call a slip screen as well. We're going to show you guys how to defend against these nagging slip screens. Alright, we can keep the ball in the same area. Alright, so now we're going to spread our D-line, spread our linebackers every single time, whether we're blitzing or not. We're just going to bump him out, disguise cushion, bump him out, disguise cushion. Alright, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to man up the running back. If we want to make ourselves a little bit more aware of the screen, and we do that by pressing down on the D-pad, up on the right thumbstick, and the letter of the receiver, which would be RB. As you can see, he's manned up, but we still have the same coverage on the field. Okay, now when they hike the ball for this slip screen, as you can see, well, got some pressure, which I know normally never happens when you're playing a game and you got a guy doing this. But we're going to bump him out. All right, and we're just going to man up J.J. Watt on Lacey. As you can see, we're going to hike the ball, wait on the slip screen. As you can see, J.J. Watt slides underneath those blockers, and he's there to make that tackle every single time. All right, spread our D-line, spread our linebackers, Y, bump him out, bump him out. All right, man up, J.J. Watt. And here we go. As you can see, J.J. Watt is going to be right underneath those blockers every single time. Now remember, guys, the Texans are the worst rated team statistically, so their awareness is terrible. So now I'm doing this with the likes of the worst defense on the game. All right, their awareness is terrible. All right, and I'm stopping all this. All right, now the next thing I want to do, if they make some type of a makeshift screen where they do it to the wide receiver, all right, what I want to do is, all right, this is normally what they'll do if they're throwing it to the wide receiver. So now this is where my user comes in. All right, and I want to talk to you guys about this, but for right now, since we don't know what's coming, we're going to go ahead and man up J.J. Watt on Lacey. All right, whenever we run this defense, we always want to grab that safety that's in a yellow, all right, or blue, or whatever the case may be. Whatever side the running back is on, that's the side we want to use a guard. Okay, so now that we've disguised cushion and we spread our D-line, spread our linebackers, we use it with this guy. So now it's going to be kind of hard to do having 2 controllers, but now my area is always going to be here and back to the middle. So I'm looping. Okay, the reason why I'm looping is, as you can see here with this deep blue, is always going to have my back. Okay, it's always going to come back behind me and help me out, but until it gets there, I have to make sure that I'm covering my area. My area is here first, remember, and I'm looping back up to snag anything. All right, the only person that can really attack me or affect me in this defense is going to be the tight end up the seam. So this is how you bait. You come down, swing back around in a C shape. This is all you're going to be doing. Down. So you're going to be making a letter D. And this is how you lurk. Okay. The only thing the tight end can do is a streak, a out, a in, or a corner route. That's it. That's all he can do. And this D that I'm making is going to cover all of that. So if he runs a slant out, I jump down, and now I'm here. He runs a streak, I'm trailing underneath him, and I have this blue going over the top. You see? So I'm really not concerned about the tight end now that I'm using this safety. So I swoop down, D, and back up. All right, this is all my area here, from the numbers all the way to the hash marks. This is all my area, and I'm going to be able to use this here and back up. If we dip down too far, that seam is wide open. Okay, so we want to dip here and back up. All right, the only thing we really have to worry about would be a slant route to Jordy. But once we go down, once we dip down with Jordy to the D, we don't have to worry about that. You see, and we're rising right back up. So we're here and we're rising right back up. All right, this is all our lurking area. All right, and we lurk without pressing turbo. Okay, only when the ball is in the air is when we turbo. All right, so when they run this makeshift screen, we're going to be right in the area because we've lurked down and came back up. Okay, so now let's see if I can get this off. All right, down and back up, boom, and I'm right there. You see, I never left my immediate area. Okay, so now let me show you this. Okay, so now watch the safety and the user. I came down, nothing's there. Now I want to jump underneath that tight end route, but he runs a dig route, so I'm not worried about him. And now I'm swooping down, and I'm here. Boom. Jordy Nelson is still covered. Okay, Jordy is still covered. We're not worried about Jordy right now. That out route is still there. Out route is still covered. And we're coming right down to grab that slip screen. All right. User skills have to be done over and over again in practice mode. Over and over again. Just keep doing it over and over again, man. You guys will be great. All right. Another adjustment, you can put him in a yellow. You can man him up. You know, you can do whatever you want to do to these guys. As you'll see in part 2, when we make some adjustments to this defense to cause us to have a 3-man B gap or either the left side or right side of the field. All right, this your boy Hot Grits 813. Hope you guys enjoyed. Give your boy at least 15 likes, and I'll go ahead and drop that part 2 for you, man. Peace.